All right, so good morning. Just getting the live set up right now. I'm going to be streaming live on a very important, powerful message for the upcoming year. I'm super excited to share this. It'll be very energizing and invigorating to just pay attention and participate in this video. Love to see your comments and stuff. I'm just getting set up so that I can track all that. And yeah, this is great. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to use this live streaming software. I think it's just phenomenal. I'm grateful for everyone and anyone that's participating in the videos with me by commenting and sharing. So yeah, please do that. So I have one more thing to do. I have to just turn on a go live right now. Let me see. Should be happening on YouTube. Yes, so let's see. I know we're going live on Facebook, supposed to be streaming on YouTube as well. Let's see if we're connected live. All right, so here we are. Seems to be not transmitting to YouTube, so let's just make it happen here. All right, so the title of this is Grow Alone or Grow Together, Accelerated Growth and Success Through Teamwork. And this is the 2020/20 vision for the year 2020. What I've learned is that there is no way that we're going to develop as fast enough as we need to in the upcoming years because of the accelerated growth and change of technologies and everything that's just shifting so rapidly. If we're playing the solopreneur role and just trying to do it on our own, if we're avoiding connecting with other people and letting other people contribute to our lives, there's just no way that we're going to actually develop into the fullness of who we are. I've learned this the hard way myself by trying to be that solopreneur, being that hard-headed. I've got it all figured out. I'm going to do it my way and not letting people contribute to me, wanting to be the one who's contributing. And there's a comfort in that. There's a security in that. There's a, I can't get hurt in that kind of, psychology that's governing usually that mentality and that way of being. And it doesn't really allow for maximum development. And so I went through a period of serious change and breakdown in my life that actually allowed me to discover my need for other people contributing. And that's happened multiple times in multiple phases of my life. And what I've learned is that, sometimes, man, it just, you got to be in a place of need before you can figure it out. But you got to be totally empty before you can get filled up. But it doesn't have to be that way for people. So here's an opportunity. So growing together is something that we're going to be doing in a new program I'm releasing in this next month for the new year called Purpose and Power Ascension. And in that program, I'll have coaches and I'll have people who are participants, and we're going to be growing together. We're going to be developing ourselves together. We're going to be having a space where we can communicate and share about all those things that are not working, that are missing in our lives. We're going to be able to explore at an accelerated rate. We're not going to have to figure things out on our own. We're going to have other people there to bring their light, their awareness, their intelligence to help us understand what may or may not be working, to coach and guide and nourish us even, so that we have more energy in our system, that we can create breakthroughs in our relationships, that we can create more aliveness in our personal growth path, that we can have a more spiritually alive and dynamic connection and really know what it means to be a spiritual being beyond the confines of religious tradition or even the other spiritual conditioning and programming and routines and cliches. We'll actually understand the science of spiritual living, the science of spiritual being, and know what it is to really own our consciousness and all the facets thereof. And when I say own our consciousness, that's really what I think it means to enter into the promised land. It means to take back that part of ourselves that has been running automatically, conditioned a certain way, and running our lives, and we let it run our life and think that we are that. But to really get that we are not the identity that we have developed and formed up to this point, and to really see that we are the shaper and creator, and that there's an identity that transcends the fixed identity. There's a limitless identity that we can come into alignment with, that is the creative source and cause of all things material and even emotional and mental. And to come into alignment with that and full awareness of that is a major part of Purpose and Power Ascension. Purpose and Power Ascension is about rising above the existing states of consciousness and the existing stages of consciousness. Now, this is an integral life theory, but the state of consciousness can fluctuate and vary, right? Like I can be in an elated state or an ecstatic state or a hyper spiritual state, and then I can come back down to like a normal state. And that can happen in a matter of moments or maybe for a period of hours, but it's up and it's down. A state isn't a permanent development. A state is a temporary experience, and it fluctuates and it varies. A stage of development, again, this is an integral life theory where I'm getting this from, and I love this because a stage of development means we have entered a state consistently, and we're living in that state as a stage now. Now it's like it's a condition of living. And so in the ascension process, the word ascend means to rise, right? In the ascension process, we're rising in stages of development. We will be experiencing new states of consciousness, heightened states of consciousness. And then we'll be working to integrate those states into our ordinary lives to create stages of living and developing in those stages consistently and walking in them permanently, right? Through our practice. It's a 3-month journey that we'll be taking together. And it's a beautiful opportunity to have multiple people contributing to you who care, who are just up to like human beings getting their power, their ability. And just imagine being part of a group of 15 to 30 or so people where everyone is serving one another and helping each other see their greatness that maybe they've never even seen before, have an opportunity for the gifts that they have to come out and to be contributed to others, so that you get to experience the expression of the gifts of life that you are and that you have. And imagine having multiple perspectives on challenges, problems, and barriers that you're facing. Imagine getting new perspectives of those barriers, and you start to see over them, around them, or beyond them, because people help you discover new ways of thinking and emoting towards the challenging and troubling situations in your life. Purpose and Power Ascension is an accelerated growth opportunity. It's an accelerated path of growing and succeeding in whatever it is that you're up to. So I'm not defining what your goals and objectives need to be in the world out there in your relationships. That's up for you to figure out, or up to you to figure out. But what I am defining and what I am leading us in is the practice of accelerated awareness, the practice of turning our awareness back into our own consciousness and beyond our own consciousness into that super conscious condition that lives within all of us. And it's a condition of pure life. And when we get connected to that existing condition of pure life, endless possibility opens up for us. So we want to know what our limits are, but we don't want to just stop and have self-awareness of the small, limited version of us. We need to be aware of that so that we can transcend or ascend beyond that, right? And we'll take a hard look at what is it that's limiting us and holding us back. But we're also going to look at that aspect of ourselves that transcends those limits and that is fully ascended beyond all those limits. And we're going to be doing that in a very powerful online journey. We'll be meeting every week for about 90 minutes to 2 hours. We'll be interacting in pairs, in small groups. We're going to be moving through specific, very intelligently organized content and distinctions that will help to open our understanding up to all that we are, our abilities, our power, what the limits are that we're actually dealing with. We're going to understand and map consciousness in a way that's probably never been mapped for you before. You will know how to navigate the territory and the domain of your own thinking and emotional patterns that are the source and cause of your actions and the results that you have in your life. And then we're going to dive even deeper to understanding the source and cause of thought and emotion, which is what some people call the spiritual being that you are. And we can call it that, but I'll define more precisely what it means to be a spiritual being or a spiritual entity who inhabits a body with emotions and with thoughts, and how we can actually start to master and understand how to gain control over our thinking and emotional patterns and really be with them in a more intimate and profound way than we ever have before. And so we all will be discovering ways to grow and succeed in our own lives, but we're also going to learn how to be and practice walking in being an extension of life, being an extension of, I'll say even boldly, miracles in the lives of those around us. And a miracle to me is basically, when somebody gets a brand new perspective, right? Like I do a lot of coaching one-to-one and in small groups and even working with audiences, but in the small group or in the one-to-one section, there are various challenges that people face, and they'll tell a story about their challenge. And I just worked with someone yesterday who the text message I got was, I need an emergency coaching session. No problem. We'll do it, first thing in the morning. The text also said, I think my marriage is over and I don't think there's any turning back. That was the perspective. The text message I got this morning I got it this morning, it came in last night, but there was a coaching session yesterday with this person. And the text message I got was basically, oh my God, everything turned around. I had an amazing conversation with my husband. I got some support from this other person. I watched this movie that you told me to watch, and watched it with, my husband's sister. And then she gave me a Bible and some prayers and supported me, and everything was turned around. To me, that's a miracle. The miracle was a change in perspective. Now she's telling me I see possibility. And I even had an experience of a healthy conversation with my husband when it was on the brink of we're over. Okay. So that's one day to the next, we go from no possibility, things are falling apart, it's going to end, to, oh my God, things are working. And now I see a brand new future. That's a miracle in my definition right now. And so we're going to be creating miracles in our own lives, but we'll also be an extension of creating miracles in the lives of others, because the work that we're going to be doing together in Purpose and Power Ascension is the work of transforming our perspectives and transforming and transcending the limits of our own consciousness, right? So ascending in our own awareness, right? Ascending to new levels of awareness that show us more freedoms for action that we didn't even see possible before. And that will take place inside of our relationships. That will take place inside of our businesses, our career path, our personal development goals, whether it's health and fitness, whatever it is that I said, again, that you're up to, that's what you'll be transforming and transcending and evolving through and developing. But as you do that with yourself, excuse me, you're also going to then become automatically a space for others to be able to learn and experience that for themselves, because what you'll be learning and what you'll be applying is going to start to become a way of being for you. And it's going to be something that overflows generously into the lives of those that you are interacting with. They're going to see you transforming. They're going to see you ascending. They're going to see you developing, and they're going to want to know, how do I get more of that for myself? And so this program is an opportunity for you to experience rapid transformation and rapid development and abilities in your abilities to achieve what it is that you say you want. And we'll be taking this journey as a group and as a team. Teamwork makes us grow faster, and especially when teams are organized in a certain way. And the way that we're going to be organized is powerful and accelerating in what it is that we're up to. So that being said, I would also like to invite you to then have a conversation with me. This is a pay what you can afford program, so there should be no worries or concerns about finances. This is an opportunity for you to grow with me and a group of beautiful people who will contribute to you and you will contribute to, based on where it is that you're at. And that includes your financial level. Okay. Some people can afford to pay more and they will, and some people can't and they'll pay less. What I ask is people come in integrity and share, like, look, this is what I can really afford monthly. It's 3 months. I'll pay X amount of dollars monthly. I'm making it super easy for people to come into this because my mission is not to try and get rich out of this. My mission is to transform as many people as possible through this. So I'm going to be training coaches, and you might be interested in being a coach for the program. And if I think you're a qualified individual, then you might be a coach, and I'll be training you further, and you'll be operating as a coach in the program. Or you can, and coaches do not pay to participate in this program because of the contribution that they're giving. But if you're coming in as a participant and you want to receive coaching from the coaches and from me, and do the work with your team members and other participants, then you come in and you can pay what you can afford. So I'm making it super easy in terms of financial entry. It's a meeting once a week for 90 minutes to 2 hours. There'll be a power partner conversation that you'll have with a partner that you're aligned with inside of the program. And it'll be a guided activity that you'll do together to accelerate your growth in whatever area you're choosing to grow in, and to help you become more aware and clear from any limits that you have discovered inside and will discover inside of yourself, so that you can transcend those limits. You'll also then be creating practices for yourself that really help to facilitate growth and development in your life in ways that work for you. I'll be providing exercises and activities and basically processes that you can implement and design a structure for yourself. So it's really, it's a high-powered coaching program. Purpose and Power Ascensions is a high-powered coaching program that takes a bunch of people together and moves a bunch of people forward towards their individual goals. But we do this together as team, and we do this together, supporting one another and accelerating our growth through this way of interacting and bringing our energy into alignment and our intentionality into alignment for corporate cooperative consciousness and service as a corporate body, right? Like we're a body of a group of people. So if you're interested in participating and learning more about how you can participate, then you can just send me a message through Facebook. You can comment and I'll get in a conversation with you. I'll be happy to have a conversation with you, and we can go from there. I'll tell you more about the program. I'll answer any questions that you have. If it's a good fit for you, great. If it's not, no big deal. All right. So, I'm just really committed that people get who they are. I've been working with a lot of people in my life in the last few years. And the feedback that I get from people who have worked with me is just, it's amazing the kind of awareness that they're getting, the healing that's taking place, the freedom they're feeling, the aliveness, the relationships that are restored, the power that they feel, the confidence that's developed. There's just so much opportunity. And I would just love for you to come experience that. So if you want to have a conversation with me, we'll even talk about whatever's there for you right now and see if, what's there for you can get worked out more effectively in a team like this, because a lot of us are bumping up against resistance to things that we can't even understand. We don't even see. So this program will help bring light to those things that are really stopping you, really blocking you, and help you transcend them and just break past them completely and thoroughly. So that's what we're here for. And that's what the group is about. We've got, I think, close to 15 members right now, which is a handful of coaches, and the other part of them are participants. And so it's growing. So it could be 15 to 30 people or more. The way we're going to work together is just wonderful. Everybody's going to get the hand holding, the personal connection, and the attention that's required for us to really grow quickly. Nobody's going to be left out. So this is an opportunity for you to get some very powerful coaching at a very affordable rate. And it's going to help you really move your life forward in whatever area of life you want to work in. So I'm looking forward to speaking with you. Reach out to me, send me a direct message or comment, and I'll be happy to set up a call with you, and we'll go from there. All right. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you, and sending big blessings your way.